Well, here we are, 27th of May. Show you how the plot's going. Let's start with our beginning bit, if you like. I took all the bulbs out and I'm drying them off, and I've sewn up a bit of some marigolds and some zinnia, and bits and pieces to make it look a bit pretty. Also, keeping it open to get some air through so we don't get condensation. And I'm quite pleased with what we've got here. All this lot's going to come out during this month, and then the melons are going to go in. But we've got, I've pulled a couple of parsnips, which are like giant carrots, if you like, and I've pulled, and we had half a dozen beetroot, which was really nice and early enough. And that's it really. So I'm going to put some soil in there in the next couple of weeks, pull the rest of them out and put in some melons, maybe a cucumber. Now, greenhouse. Let's go and have a look and see how we're getting on in there. Up on the shelf I've got California Wonder sweet peppers from Dutchy. I've got some peppers that I've saved the seed from some Tesco peppers. And I've got the 2 melons which are going to go in the cold frame, and 1 cucumber plant up on the shelf there. Oh, and I've got some chili peppers that someone very kindly gave me because my chili peppers failed. And then coming down in grow bags, I've got a melon there going well. I've got a cherry tomato going well there, another melon and another melon. Then in the borders, in the soil, as you might have saw last month, I've got the 2 tomatoes that they are from saved seed from giant tomatoes, and then I've got those 2 eggplants, and they're looking like they're on their way as well. They're just looking good. Right, on the other side, a little bit in the shade, and they're looking like they're a little bit leggy. I've got 2 Craigella tomatoes. And then there's this huge great bush that is threatening to take me over, which has got Cape gooseberries on it, and it's looking like they're fattening up. So I'm well cool with it. So I'm going to just keep nipping the tops out so it can't get any bigger, but I'll get a pick in from there. Okay, let's go out. And outside I've got that Cape gooseberry that survived the winter. That's now got leaves on, and a couple of potatoes in pots. I probably won't leave them there. If I might even tip them out for the early potatoes, purely because if I do get blight, they're going to get on them and it's going to get inside. So probably won't do that. And then I'll put a few bits of pretty down just to make the edge of the allotment look nice, with some tawny French marigolds. That's it. Right, my lettuces are coming good. I've got some lettuce at home that I'm growing on, so I can transplant them out because the seeds came up and got eaten by something. My carrot bed has been prepared, but I'm not going to sow carrots until middle of June to try and avoid the carrot fly. Black currant bushes, they've got little black currants on them, and as the loganberries as well, and the red currants, they also have got some red currants on them. Strawberries, this is the strawberry bed, that's because I've got other strawberries growing further up the plot, and they've all got really nice green strawberries on them. If we can zoom in, you might just see them there. Look at that. So I've got a feeling the woodlice are already licking their lips, but hopefully we're going to get away with that, and they're going to leave me some. Right, let's go over the back now at my little raised beds. As I said on the April video, this is my first year with raised beds. It's looking very successful. My onions, which I cheated and I brought them on in trays, in sectional trays with a little bit of water, put them out, and they're looking excellent. As is the peas, which I think I've put these in trays in gutter, and I can't remember now. I have to look back through the videos, and they're they're just superb. Look at all them flowers on them, just waiting for peas. But the later peas over the far side there. Just a minute, we'll go for a walk. There we go, the peas are doing excellent here. I've got peas. I've already had a couple of pickings of peas off of those. And then next to the peas are the shallots. Now a couple of them have gone to seed. There's one there that's just going to seed, look. Now they were all put in, no, half of them were put in on the shortest day, half were put in later in the year, and I've had some go to seed from both. But apart from that, they're looking good. The broad beans, they're excellent. I've had pickings from the broad beans, both lots. That was the ones that were put in very early in the year. The ones I put in last year late, they all got eaten and they never survived. Now, do you remember them lovely garlics that I was boasting about? Hey, came to me chickens before they hatch. They all got rust and they're going to seed. They all got rust. There's about 3 over the back there that haven't got any rust on them, but they'll have it soon enough. I'm just hoping that they will survive long enough to bulb out. So I'm a bit disappointed. Now, I didn't particularly want to spray, but I got a feeling I might have to. Well, a bit late now, but... And then there's the peas there that are looking absolutely superb. Well, we've leaped along to the grapevines. I must be doing something right. They're full of grapes. Lovely looking grapes, look at that. Can we get up close enough? Look at that. So I'm really optimistic. I'm not really sure if they're grapes or they're little flowers yet, but whatever happens, there's plenty of them on there. Let's just hope that we get grapes from them. And then those few odd peas that are stuck in, just a bit tongue-in-cheek, they've survived. The wood lice and slugs have left them alone long enough for a few of the plants to grow up. And then the strawberry pot, that's doing well. And the wood lice haven't got them, and you can just see one hanging there. Let's go a little bit closer. There he is. How about that then? A ripe strawberry, first this year. Potatoes in the bath. They've grown and they're lifting the polythene now. There's a fair chance I might tip them out next week from my first lot of early potatoes, but I'm going to leave the polythene on for the moment. Then we come round to the blueberry bushes. It's got blueberries on. One's got blueberries on, one hasn't, and one seems to be growing nicely and the other one seems to be suffering a little bit. But there's blueberries on it, so I'll need to make a cage now to stop the birds from getting the blueberries. Of course, the blackbird love them. Then asparagus, I've now stopped picking the asparagus. They got asparagus beetle. It was infested, and once again I had no choice but to spray. I tried blasting them off with a hose pipe, didn't work, so I sprayed. It worked, so now I've stopped picking them. So my organic garden ain't organic anymore. So let's move along now then to the strawberries in the path. Strawberries in the path. How about that? I can see all them bits of red all grinning back to me. So before I go tonight, I'm going to do a picking, and I'm so well pleased with them. Let's have a little close up, see what they're like. Look at that. Don't that look lovely? And there's our other sweet grapevine there. Look, this is a dessert grapes. They're looking just as good as the other grapes. And then alongside of that grapevine was this other row of peas. They've got peas on, look. And I've already planted out my sprout plants. Come down close. The slugs had that one before I even got the pellets round. I'm sure they were hiding away watching me. But I've done it now. I've got the pellets round. Organic gardening has had to go out the window. It was that or nothing. And I've put a cabbage in there. That one well survived. And then I've got 2 more sprates up there which have been butchered, but it looks like they're still going to recover. Hopefully they will. Move along then. I've put in some French beans that I brought home in the greenhouse. Alongside of them is the parsnips. Now the ones over the back were the ones that I grew in toilet roll tubes. and they're looking good. They're coming on nicely, but the ones I sowed, they came up, something ate them, except for that one, as you saw from last week. Oops, sorry about that, not the camera. So I've sown some more, and then the leeks, I've put leeks out and I've got them under that fleece. So let's hope that the leeks survive this year without getting rust. And then we come round to our courgettes. I've got 6 courgettes plants out there. They got little flowers on. They're surviving nicely now. Last month you'll notice that they'd gone a bit yellow because I put them out a bit quick or a bit early. But I've put those couple of frames around just to keep the worst of the wind off, and that's worked. And if there had been a frost, I could have just put a bit of plastic over the top, but we haven't had a frost here in Portsmouth. We're really lucky. Then I've got over the back, well, in the middle there, I've got sweet corn. They were brought on from a packet of seed. They were brought on in the greenhouse. I put them out last month, and now they're doing well. They're all taken, they're all growing away. Over the back there is, I say over the back there, if it was on the other side it wouldn't be over the back, would it? I've got marrows and they got flowers on them, so hopefully everything will be fine. So let's move right, and next to those we've got our squash, and they're looking good. There's one there on the plant, look, there's a squash there. Come on, get a bit closer. There we go, look at that. So I might have to do some naughty business with a paintbrush later. I won't film it because, you know, they might be shy. Then my tomatoes, that's the Craig Yellow ones I'm going to try outside, and I'll put a couple of some spring onions in between, just because I'm greedy and I like spring onions. And then over the back there is the pumpkins. I've put 6 pumpkins out and they're surviving nicely as well. They're going good, they've taken and they're on their way. Then come along to potatoes. That was the first row I put out. They're all salvage potatoes this year, and they've got flowers on. So whether I should dig a nice early patch or not, I don't know. I might empty some bins out. And then I was given a pear tree, and that looks a little bit sad. And then I've got the cherry tree, no, the plum, no, not plum, peach tree. That's got some sort of leaf curl, and I'm working on that at the moment. But the wind has blown all the pears off the pear tree, and it's blown best part of the apples off the apple tree. Might be a blessing in disguise, because I always have too many apples and I'm better off with just a few. Anyway, here we go. And then we come round. That grapevine is really pushing out. I'm supposed to do something with it, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing, so I should be googling that, so I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And then the potatoes in the bins over the back there, they're not as well on as the potatoes in the ground, and I was expecting them to be because I got them going early. Pond is getting well overgrown, and I think there's going to be time for me to, sometime this year, is to pull all that lot out and sort it all out. And I'm sure somebody might want some lilies and some water plants. And then I'll move the carrots up here. They're high up. They're still high enough for, hopefully, that carrot fly won't get in. Yeah, there you go. And there's the other grapevines there, and they're loaded up. So I must have got the pruning right. I just need to make sure that I have the right amount of grapes on the plants. I did the double Goya system, but I got a feeling a couple of the grapevines want a different type of system, like a spur system. But I'm going to swap that up on Google. Okay, so let's swing you around, show you the whole plot. Let's level that up a little bit. Right, round we go. There it is. So, hopefully that's given you some inspiration, with what I'm losing, the battle I lose and the ones I win. As I say, I'm not an expert. I'm just someone that's retired now and got time to do me plot, even though I still have obligations like everybody else, but we're getting there. So I'll see you, where are we now? Oh, my maze. I'll see you near the end of June then. Yeah. Bye.